The Fear Street franchise is back on Netflix for an all-new film, Prom Queen. So today, let's see if it's worth your time. When the it girls competing for prom queen at Shadyside High start to disappear, a gutsy outsider discovers she's in for one hell of a prom night. Question of the video: have you read a Fear Street novel? If so, what is your favorite one? Let me know in the comment section down below. I really like what Netflix did with the Fear Street trilogy, releasing every single film once a week, the trilogy. It was really cool, and I really enjoyed those Fear Street movies. I was really looking forward to Prom Queen. It being set in the 80s, got that kind of classic slasher vibe to it. This film has less of an engaging story, less of a more complex story that was so interesting within that Fear Street trilogy, but amps up that violence. Like, I wasn't so much involved with the storyline, but the violence, it was there and it was entertaining. You can tell that a lot of what this film borrows is from classic 80s slasher movies. There is even a scene towards the end that does feel like it's from Halloween. Although Halloween didn't start in the 80s, it does feel very similar to movies like that. Now, this movie is in the Fear Street universe with Shadyside. They do reference the curse that was in that trilogy, and it carries over to this movie very well. And I like the mention throughout this movie. And this is supposedly the start of a new Fear Street trilogy. This is a brisk 90-minute movie, but there's a lot of time dedicated in the beginning to understanding the characters, what some of these characters like Laurie Granger has gone through, and some of the motivation from some of the popular girls to be prom queen. They have their speeches. They're trying to have this campaign to be prom queen. You kind of got all your classic high school moments within this movie. And though it is only 90 minutes, a lot of the beginning is dedicated to the high school students, building that atmosphere. And so at times it feels like it does start off a little bit slow, but once you get to the violence, it truly delivers. There is a lot of brutal moments. People's heads are being chopped off. There is a lot of bloody moments within this film, and it does have your very kind of cliche killer, some big reveals that weren't truly outstanding like I saw it coming, but a lot of those kills and the atmosphere within Prom Queen does feel very similar to other movies. So it's not like a generic slasher films. You do see that inspiration throughout this movie. The cinematography, the set location, the costume designs, it all has that 80s vibe to it, which I really did like. When you look at the second Fear Street film, I loved the atmosphere of the camp. And the 90s one, the first one, I love that atmosphere as well. With the Fear Street, all four films now, is they could really tap into the time period that it's set in and really deliver that atmosphere. Now, none of these characters I found to be truly compelling. Some have more tragic backstories than others. Some are just kind of your typical high school students, but I really didn't need to know them all personally or understand their backstory or who they really were. I wanted to see all the violence and all the slashing moments within this film, and that delivered on that. So a lot of the beginning of this film is dedicated to developing these characters I just truly did not care about. I know a lot of them were going to die. I wasted time developing all these characters. And I did find the killer to be pretty menacing. The reveal wasn't all that impactful, but the killer I found to be very sinister. The costume design wasn't something truly menacing, but their motivation and their presence was very chilling within this movie. Although it has a very weak story and it's pretty thin throughout and it's really stretching itself, it definitely delivers on the slasher vibe to it and borrowing a lot from other films. You see all that inspiration. It's brutal throughout. The characters, the prom queen candidates, they're being picked off one by one. I didn't find one singular character in this story to be compelling. If it was the teachers principal, parents, students, whatever. It just weren't characters I immediately connected with throughout the film, but luckily it did deliver on the brutal kills, and I love that it was connected to the Fear Street trilogy. So it is the weaker one of the four, but still a pretty entertaining movie. I'm gonna go ahead and give Fear Street Prom Queen a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Fear Street Prom Queen, the newest film in this franchise. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.